What's up, guys? Today we're going to talk about Ttcf, if you should buy it or sell it, what I'm doing with the stock. I think the first time I called it out was about 4 months ago on this video right here, back when every video was basically an AMC video. I came out of retirement to talk about the chef basically, and you should expect more content regularly. I'm gonna do my best to get them out. A lot of times I'm doing research for my own trades, and making the video does take time. Most of my income does come from trading, so you can see my upload schedule isn't as consistent. You know, I'll go through, like this is a year ago now, I go through phases of uploading and then not uploading. It's been a couple months, so hopefully we can get back on track here. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm just an entertainer, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. Do your own due diligence. We're also a Webull partner. You can check the link in the description below if you want to earn free stocks. We both win. And then I have a website here where I actually make Diablo content. I play variety video games and post them. You can find them all on the website there, all in the description down below. So Blood, what's up with the chef, man? It was doing really well. You know, it's been trading sideways. I don't know if sideways is really well, but it's been trading sideways for a long ass time. And then it kind of fell off the map. You can see it stair stepping all the way down here. Now it is $16.01, as low as $15.87. Just completely oversold in my opinion. Before we get into anything else, this is heavily shorted, okay? There was like a high short interest for a long time, like 25% plus. Lots of negative articles. If you go on any forum, people call it frozen trash food or what dumpster food or frozen whatever, right? You're gonna get a lot of negativity with this stock because it's heavily shorted. We've been through this with AMC like we talked about earlier. There was so many articles. Look at this, March 10th, 2021. AMC is a screaming sell and only worth 1 cent. Analyst Richard Greenfield says, right? There was so many negative articles. When a stock is heavily shorted, people have a vested interest in the stock going down. So you're gonna see lots of negativity. You're gonna see lots of people, lots of bots talking shit. 1 cent. What did we do? Before March 10th, on February 14, 2021, I was screaming at people to take a look at the stock. It's a buy. We were putting out videos back then at 5.53. I'd loaded the boat and we made an insane profit off of AMC, let's just say, right? So when something's heavily shorted, there's gonna be negative articles pushing it down. It was the same thing with Blink. This is the first video I ever made on the stock channel, August 16th, 2020. I called it at $11. And then there was like all this fake articles, these goddamn Bloomberg articles, and you know, it's gonna go to $0. And you know, there's people insider trading. That's what they always do, right? You guys wanna know what happened to Blink stock after we called it out and it crashed? It shot up to $60 at its peak, and I think now it's way down to 26, but it shot up like crazy, to the moon, rocketed, you know? I'm used to dealing with shorts, and admittedly, I don't like dealing with them. I'd rather just avoid stocks that are heavily shorted. But when I have a strong conviction in something, I'm gonna go all in, just like I did with AMC, just like I did with Blink, and just like I'm doing with Tattooed Chef here. So when you're dealing with stocks that are heavily shorted, in my opinion, you have to be prepared for big swings up and down, and you got to take your gloves off because it's a fight. It's a fist fight with these types of companies, right? You just have to hold. You only lose when you sell. Let's talk about some financials here. They did have a negative $53 million loss, but I believe 45-ish million of that was a one-time purchase that they had to do. But besides that, they've been pretty much on par, about the 8 million negative net income. In December, they reported 64 million net income, and then -3 in September. So these are their last 4 quarters here. And one thing you'll notice in these last 4 quarters is 65% year-over-year revenue, December 47, March 58. They're growing like crazy fast. They are a growth company and they're living up to it. And then just this past June quarter, they reported 45% year-over-year increase. And this is what I want in my companies. I like to invest in good growth companies that have a lot of potential, companies I believe in. I love the product. We're gonna get into that in a little bit. They have 140 million cash on hand right now. They're not going out of business anytime soon. To me, it's one of the safest plays in the book right now that you can even do. I thought it was a pretty good earnings call. You could say like maybe it was down overall 7%, But then why did the stock go down over 20%, I believe, since they announced it? This is pretty crazy overreaction. You know, people panic, they have the fear, they get the FOMO of they want to jump out when it's fast, they want to jump in when it's going up. So it's just like you have to be strong in the face of adversity if you're going to do long-term investing. Now, I definitely do long-term. I do swing trades. I do day trades. I do it all. But with companies I truly believe in, like the Chef, I'm going to invest long-term. I'm going to hold this at least 1 year. I do get asked a lot why I like Tattooed Chef so much. Well, I've tried it. I've actually tried, I think I'm going on 13 different product SKUs. The best ones I've tried are the like Mexican inspired ones. You know, I'm from Southern California, so maybe I like the Mexican food ones the most, but the burrito bowl was super good. This one right here is really, really good. The cauliflower spaghetti was amazing. I wouldn't recommend the gnocchi, but I don't like this in my normal life anyway. So maybe there's something there, the texture or whatever. Enchilada bowl, fire. The mac and cheese bowl was really good, and it kind of appeased my craving for mac and cheese, but I think it needed a little bit more cheese punch to it. I added some like Parmesan I had in my cabinet, and it was great. It basically added that extra little bit of cheese more, fixed it. It contains no pasta. Like, this is literally just vegetables, cheese, and they do an incredible job. I'd recommend, if you're in the store, even if you don't get the stock or whatever, you know, try out like the enchilada bowl or the burrito bowl. I think you'll be impressed just for a healthy alternative to your diet. Like, you know, I just recently tried out the cauliflower pizza bowl, and I don't know how they do it, man. I don't know if I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, but I'd recommend try it and let me know, because it tastes pretty good. You know, it's almost like a little pepperoni pizza in a bowl. And this is something I definitely could eat at lunch, you know, at work. You know, when I used to work, now I work from home, but yeah, and then you don't get the crash because it's all just vegetables, basically. It's just cheese and vegetables. You don't have that carb crash, and you get 14 grams of protein. I think this quarter was down in terms of just revenue sales, because people maybe were cooped up for a long time, and maybe they wanted to go out and eat a little bit more. You know, they probably had a lot of frozen food. They had a lot of the Chef, and maybe they want to go out to dinner with their friends and family, go out a little bit more, splurge a little bit more. Since we were talking about AMC earlier, one thing that the CEO, Adam Aron, said is that people wanted that movie experience when they went out to the movies, where they would order the nachos and the candy and the soda and go the extra mile because they want that movie theater experience. And I really think that maybe people were going out more than normal this quarter, and I think that'll just kind of smooth out and go back to a balance in the future. In addition, there was a lot of shipping costs with this like mini little inflation that we're having right now. They had that one-time purchase that is not going to be here next quarter. Check out this article that was posted last year, like a month after the pandemic, how the subscription business model is changing the world. And I think people aren't talking about this enough with Tattooed Chef, is that they're adding a subscription model for foods. Now, we don't really know all the details of it. They just mentioned it on their earnings call. Unless I'm mistaken, let me know in the comments down below. But it talks about how like streaming services kill cable, right? Companies like Peloton, which I have a Peloton, you pay $40 a month for their like premium service. You get classes, workouts, all kinds of stuff, right? This subscription model killing gyms, right? Like a lot of these online subscription services do very well. So, I mean, Spotify lives or die by their subscription numbers. So the stock is really, it can really shoot the stock in a positive direction if they get a really good subscription service that people enjoy. And I'm excited to see what they announce. This can be a huge catalyst to get us back to the 20s, and I can't wait to see what they're doing. Even big chain grocery stores are trying to stay relevant with the new pickup delivery service. That's how I bought my groceries yesterday. I did the order through Target. I went to their pickup center. They put it in my car and I left. So I know it's not delivering to my house, but a lot of these, you know, Amazon Fresh, HelloFresh, Blue Apron, these grocery store subscriptions are the future, and I think the Chef could have a strong outing with this. Chipotle had to set up a second kitchen just to handle online orders. Some restaurants are similarly considering building ghost kitchens with no dining service, looking into better packaging for food that doesn't travel well. That's crazy, right? Like this is, people want that. They just want it at their door now, right? The last thing I want to touch on is the fact that they bought that Foods of New Mexico business. They get more production. They get family recipes that they are passing down from the business that they can maybe incorporate into their current dishes to make them taste better, be better overall. They also said it's going to eventually, at full capacity, Foods of New Mexico can contribute up to $200 million annually in revenue in the next 2 to 3 years and create significant value for its stakeholders. They just barely got it. Contributed $4.3 million in revenue already in the second quarter. So you can see they're already getting that money back from it, and who's to say how far it's going to go the next quarter. I'm very interested to see where this goes from here with this. Foods in New Mexico plus the subscription service, plus they're in 12,000 stores. Their goal was to be in 10,000 stores by the end of the year. They're already in 12,000. I'm assuming they're going to be around 15K by the end of this year now. So they are going to hit 50% more stores than they originally planned. I think they're priming for an insane third and fourth quarter this year, and it's going to propel the stock into the 30s next year. I would say this year we might be like in the 25 range, and then next year we'd be like in the $30 range. And that's what I'm hoping. Hopefully it works out. If you want to do something nice, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're interested in more stock finance videos like this. I'm in the process of rebranding the channel. Again, I do like variety video games. I stream 5 days a week on Twitch. I have a Diablo channel with tons of builds. So everybody knows me for being Bloodshed. So I'm going to just make my stock channel Bloodshed stock picks or something like that. That way it's just cohesive and not confusing. You can always check out the finance section here. And we have a private Discord if you're a subscriber to my YouTube channel. And you can find it all in this tab, the finance tab up here. And it talks about it in Discord and stuff like that. We just talk about stocks, and I put my buy and sell alerts also. Well, that's it. That's going to be all for me today. Thank you so much for watching. This is Bloodshed, and I'm out of here. Peace.